Hi, so we're back in Atlas Talk, and this time we have a very, very distinguished and different style of guest with Eugene Pao and my great friend Gi Ue Leo.
Hi guys.
So we have a very important and special concert, tributes by Eugene, coming up in May. So can you tell us, 你覺得呢場 concert 係 what kind of music do you want to perform for our audiences?
Well, first of all, I'm so grateful and thanks you guys for giving me the opportunity to have this concert. So this concert is a tribute concert to artists that really influenced me and inspired me. And also I had the opportunity to invite some of my friends from overseas. Tamai Honda is a great drummer that I've worked with throughout the years from Tokyo, and a great bass player, Marty. He is Australian, but he lives in Tokyo. And along with our very own Patrick Lui, playing keyboards, and Blaine Whitaker on alto saxophone. And we will have a special guest that night as well. Yeah.
Fantastic.
咁我知呢個 concert 係即係你都諗咗好耐嘅，然之後我估因為佢叫 tribute， 所以其實你都喺度諗緊 tribute to 咩好咧咁樣。
Yeah.
然之後我知道今次成個 concert 你係建構上面係反而係睇翻自己嘅音樂路程入邊，你覺得對你好重要嘅人，咁會唔會講下你譬如話今次 concert 入邊你揀嘅去 tribute 嘅人係有咩人咧咁樣
Okay, so basically 1994年係一個對我嘅音樂嘅 journey 係一個好大嘅一個即係 amazing experience for me， 就係我錄第一隻solo 碟，咁咧就有機會去 New York 錄音，同埋有機會揾到啲我個 dream team 嘅所謂all the top guys I can think of Jack DeJohnette on drums, John Patitucci on bass, and Michael Brecker. Just right last year, Jack passed away. So it made me think about this concert paying tribute to, especially to Jack. 咁我又咁 honored to have a chance for him to play it on two of my records. 咁就所以呢個 concert 想玩翻幾隻歌係 from those albums.
其實當時因為其實呢隻碟係一個好 legendary 嘅碟啦，個名咧係叫做
By the Company
You Keep。作為一個香港人，可以同呢幾個咁犀利嘅名字去一齊去 record music。首先我係好好奇你點樣做到呢件事，跟住之後就係做完呢件事，你即係其實係一個點樣嘅感受咧？
其實係好黐線嘅，嗰陣時咧係冇 record deal 嘅，冇 record contract， 咁就係自資，即係揾啲 partner 去做好筆錢咁樣，跟住然後就自己去 organize 呢件事嘅。
哇！
Yeah.
真係純粹係自己諗住，咁但係因為
我係 I wanted to work with these guys。係。咁同埋幾年前咧，Jack 咧嚟過香港。哦。有一晚我喺 Jazz Club 嗰度彈緊，喺蘭桂坊嘅 Jazz Club 嗰度彈下，哇！一望個 audience 係 Jack DeJohnette、Pat Metheny，all the guys was there. I was like, man, I have to play in front of these guys. Shit, you know?
Yeah. And then that night, what happened?
And that night, I came off stage, and 佢哋講啲好，即係 they were really nice, very genuine. Pat 話：hey, world class man, this sound great. 咁跟住第二日咧，就唱片公司有個 lunch， 咁 I went to lunch and I get to talk with them， 咁就咁樣 establish 咗個 connection 咯。咁幾年後就當我有呢個 opportunity 去錄呢隻碟嗰陣時咧，我就好大勇氣咁打電話俾阿 Jack。咁我就 Oh yeah man, I remember you man, let's do it. Yeah, and I called Patitucci, whom I also met. 佢同 Chick Corea 嚟過香港，咁又係呢個再早期啲添嘅。佢就落去一度叫做 Rick's Cafe 嘅 club where I was playing. This was before the jazz club. 咁he actually brought Chick down that night too. Whoa. So it was crazy. So I've known John, so I called John. John said, "Yeah, man, let's do it." Michael Brecker, I also have a long history connecting to him. Even way back 1990年，Michael Brecker was on tour with Simon and Garfunkel. He came to Hong Kong to play. And 嗰陣時我有隻碟叫 Outlet。咁there's one track 其實唱片公司嘅 idea 係 let's get Michael Brecker to play a solo on this track. 咁 so we got him.
Yeah. Yes.
So it was just him overdubbing the solo that night. Yeah. So I called Michael Brecker and said, "Yeah, man, let's do it."
但係嗰陣佢係完全未聽過你彈，定係？
等我諗下嗰個 timeline 係點先。
我有睇過啲訪問咧 ，Michael 咁啱係嚟咗香港做個 show 嘅，當時跟住你哋就 call 咗佢入去做個 session。但我就唔知道
嗰個1990年
點解佢會咁爽口。
但係之後有好多機會再嚟過香港聽過我彈嘅。Yeah， 同埋就嗰晚 Jack 電咗嚟就聽到我彈啦。Yeah.
所以係好靠當時你喺香港嘅一啲演出，甚至乎係比較細嘅場地演出。
Yeah, and check this out also. This is all before the internet. Yeah, I came from a period before the internet. So
in a way, they came to Hong Kong and discovered you.
Yeah, they heard about that club, that jazz club in Lan Kwai Fong. They heard about this young guitar player. They came down to check me out.
Oh, they came
so
discovered you in there.
You know, that's really crazy and nerve-wracking. So
我反而即係講到呢個位咧，我好好奇，即係當時 jazz club，因為I was born after the jazz club period， 我就係聽過好多前輩講過呢樣嘢啦。我想問，除咗你之外，仲有冇其他人喺 jazz club 嗰度俾人 discover， 然之後帶到去一個 international stage？
冇。
係啦，應該係好 rare 嘅一件事。
因為喺嗰兩個 decade， 80年代、90年代，甚至乎差唔多去到2000年咧，冇乜香港嘅土生土長嘅 jazz player。Yeah， 佢哋未即係我哋未去到呢個近代呢個 boom in the local jazz talent。Maybe graduating from school from Berkeley 又好，有啲去荷蘭，right？ Yeah, this was way before that.
Wow.
Yeah， 咁嗰陣時宣傳係 印 flyer or by word of mouth really。如果夠 budget 就賣報紙，電視唔使諗啊嚇。So yeah，
咁嗰兩個 decades 係咪？I'm sure you are very close with 嗰兩個 decades 嘅 jazz club 嘅listeners。咁到今天係咪都有呢個咁樣 community
啊？A little different， 因為嗰陣時個年代咧多啲 expat， 即係嗰啲鬼佬喺香港咁上去，因為jazz club 係喺好似喺2樓嘅 ，so you have to go upstairs。就比較少啲 local 嘅去聽，後期就多啲。Yeah.
You told me when we were shooting that you were largely self-taught. 都其實 I think it's quite a legendary story how you discovered your skills and artistry to such a level that when great masters came from the West, they would say, "Wow, we didn't know there's such a talent and player in Hong Kong." How did you learn to attain that artistry? Can you share with us?
你讚得太勁啊 ！I'm just, I came from like this. I just learned from really simple things. 我5年班嗰陣時，我爹哋買咗支木吉他俾我同埋一本 chord book, Mel Bay chord book is a famous book。咁咧裏邊咧就有啲相係影住隻手撳住個 chord 嘅。咁數下仲要嗱 C chord 咧，仲唔好響落 B 撈 E 喎。Right？ Yeah, that's how I started.
It's from 小學。
Yeah，同埋聽音樂咯。其實我個 first and foremost, my passion is loving hearing music, listening to music.
All sorts.
That's the
You're attracted by music.
That's why I became musician.
Now, speaking of 小學and 中學, that's something I have to share with you because the concert is presented by Music Lab. A few months ago, I presented to our board, and I mentioned Eugene Pao. 我唔記得同你講個 story. And Ada Wong told me that you and that you and her were classmates at
Yes,
Poet.
yes.
我未同你講呢樣嘢添。
Wow.
And that's why she was so excited that she is our board, and then we're presenting a concert with you.
佢就讀書叻啦，
一直
我就即係掛住玩吉他。
I remember she was 你就好曳嘅 kind of like the kind of rebellious, but you're very interesting.
支吉他翻學咧好前衛㗎啦嗰陣時，長頭髮都飛仔咁樣啦，you know。
聖保羅男女理論上係個個拉下小提琴啊。
Classical, you know. Yeah.
咁你嗰陣自己一個應該係全校得你喺度彈吉他。
我又有幾個同學仔咧，佢即係一齊開始中意聽嗰啲音樂咯。Coming from Beatles, Rolling Stones， 好多啲英國嗰啲 band，you know。And 大家介紹大家聽唔同嘅唱片啊，有時帶唱片翻學就 share，exchange 交換聽咁但係我有個朋友咧就好衰嘅，佢話我屋企部機即係我爹哋嗰部機咧好渣，就唔肯借碟俾我翻屋企播嘅嘢。But now I have a kick.
所以而家就整咗一個咁靚嘅 system。
And then you studied university in the States.
Yeah. 我因為I'm flunking out, right? Flunking out of 聖保羅男女中學 because all I want to do is listen to records and play guitar. 咁聖保羅幾難嘅，讀即係嘅。So 老豆老母咧就 ship me off to high school in the States. I went to California.
That's even better because
it's great. It was the best time of my life.
Freedom and all the inspiration 嗰陣時候應該係好still thriving. How did it inspire you further in the States?
Well, at that time 即係Form 2去加係啊 Form 2嗰年我臨班嘅啦，如果唔走。咁但係就係咯，過咗加州哇 beautiful sunny and 喺宿舍住宿舍，咁就即刻就識咗有幾個鬼仔係中意玩 band 嘅。咁我嗰陣時我又踢波 ，I joined the varsity team. San Jose they were at that time 好中意 soccer， 佢哋叫 soccer. So yeah, those two things.
搞乜嘢音樂啊當時？
Rock. Yeah.
就係
Beatles Rolling Stones, The Who, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, all the classic rock from the 70s.
Those were in the 80s and 90s in the States.
70s.
嗰時候美國咪好 hippie 啊？
嗰陣時
嘅 culture。
嗰個 hippie 嗰個你講係60年代 like Woodstock 嗰個係。Yeah. Still a little bit of that left.
有冇話你 rock 嗰個 period 其實係 develop 咗一啲 technique？ 因為 rock 其實有少少似 classical 嘅，我自己覺得係好多人 design 咗一個 solo 出嚟，然之後就彈到好快啊，或者尤其是去到後期 progressive rock 有啲人係真係 technical 咁樣 challenge 自己。咁你嗰段時間會唔會係 develop 咗一啲吉他上嘅 technique？
初嗰啲簡單啲嗰啲 classic rock 咧 is like 3 chords, bar chords, right? And the solos are basically blues-based solos, you know, that kind of thing. And then I got into progressive rock, as you mentioned, which is like groups like Yes, King Crimson, Genesis, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. 佢哋開始 experiment with longer form. 咁同埋佢哋啲歌咧 is almost like classical. It's like different movements that builds into different things, and the playing is much more complicated. And 係好吸引我去 you'll find out about that kind of playing。即係好多嗰啲 band 咧已經唔係淨係啲 blues bass 嘅 classic rock anymore。They put a lot of European classical influence into their music。
我哋以前一齊玩過 Dream Theater。
Yes, yeah. 咁 Dream Theater 咧 is really influenced by those bands like Yes and King Crimson and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yeah.
Then at what point you got soaked into the world of jazz?
Okay, so but at this moment I'm really into this kind of complicated.
Cool.
Yeah, still in high school. This complicated stuff, right? And then I heard at that time jazz rock fusion was really popular. I remember going to a record store and this record was playing. I was looking for another rock record, but I heard this record. What the fuck is this record? I can swear, right? What the fuck? So the salespeople showed me this record, and it was Return to Forever. It was a record called Where Have I Known You Before? It's some... The sound is the rock sound. Blistering, fast, technical playing, but with a rock sound. But the arrangement and the construction of the music is very complicated with intricate passages and stuff like that. So that got me into jazz rock fusion. Mahavishnu Orchestra and Weather Report. Yeah. Then I found out that that soloing stuff, that it's improvisation. It's coming from bebop. So that got me to bebop. 咁咧 at that time 咧，我開始入大學啦。So that started my journey into finding more about the jazz history and bebop.
Did you study jazz history at school or not necessarily?
我其實 after high school 咧，我好想去 Berkeley 嘅，但係屋企反對，爹哋媽咪唔俾，咁就so.
What did you study?
Business. So I actually have a degree
in California.
I went to University of Seattle. After high school in California, I went to Seattle. And then the last 2 years of university, I went to Vancouver, BC.
Okay, British Columbia.
Yeah, Simon Fraser.
Right.
I graduated with a business degree. Yeah.
Continue all of daily.
All that time, especially in Seattle, all the elective class, I took jazz.
You did.
Combo, big band.
美國好嘅嘢都係。
可以有 electives. So I was flunking out of marketing 101, right? But I got a B in jazz history.
Okay, that's nice. 但係完全冇用到㗎啦，係咪？即係 marketing 上面嗰啲。
always 先咯。
冇，但係又係 meeting the right friends，有班同學仔喺 college 嗰度咧，we got a band together，and 我哋喺嗰個 dormitory 嗰個 there's a room next to the cafeteria where we can rehearse。咁跟住我哋 even started gigging in town like
music.
Jazz,
kind of like fusion, a little fusiony. We started to write ourselves at that time, rehearse, write, and yeah. 去嗰啲 small 嗰啲叫 tavern, it's like a smaller than a bar. 咁就 pass around 一個空嘅 pitcher, so people donate. Yeah. 咁嗰陣時開始 discover real book.
Sorry, yeah.
The real book and the whole standards repertoire. 咁我開始 get to learn, standards.
但你當時啲 gig 係應該唔係彈 standards？
唔係，開始因為 I didn't know anything about bebop still. It was really
early college.
Yeah, early college. Yeah. I still don't know bebop actually.
After 30 years.
After a lifetime, I still don't know bebop. Yeah.
但係即係你之後就話 discover bebop after the rock fusion period.
Yes.
咁你覺得點解 bebop 係咁重要，係一定需要尋找咧
？If you want to play jazz, that's like the
skill.
It's the skill. It defines you as a jazz player is your bebop vocabulary. Everybody listens to. Do you have the bebop?
If you don't, you're not.
Yeah, you're not really jazz, right?
I see.
But blues influence is also very important to have. Like the blues is actually the basic, very foundation
Language.
of any pop jazz.
而家嘅
Yeah, and then you add on to that.
The bebop.
Yeah.
So 如果你即係當時你學好多 standards，咁譬如話 after many years like 30 years now， so when you learn a new standards， 你個 process 會係點樣？即係你平時可能打開個 real book， 因為始終有好鬼多本書。
Yes. I'm talking about the original real book. 嗰啲 chord symbol 咧係 simplify 嘅，同埋有好多係 is not correct。咁you kind of learn from playing with other people who knows more deeply about the standards and how do you do the turnaround and what's the substitution that you can use because that's not written in that real book. In the real book 即係根本係有一個好簡化嘅 chord progression 同埋有個 melody. So you have to look at that and you have to learn from listening to the records and to people you play with.